Beloved soul, welcome to this message of light. We have been waiting for you to arrive here, right now, at this exact moment. You didn't click this by accident. You were guided. You were led here because tomorrow holds something that will shift the energy around you, something that will remind you that heaven has never forgotten your name. Tomorrow, a miracle will find you, even if you've stopped believing, even if your heart has grown quiet and tired, even if you've told yourself that maybe it's too late, even if you've convinced yourself that nothing good could surprise you anymore, something is already moving behind the scenes. And before this message ends, I will reveal the sign you will see when the miracle begins to unfold. Stay with me until the end, for it will not only prepare you for what's coming, but open your heart to receive it fully. You have been through days that stretched your faith thin. You've prayed and waited, sometimes with tears only heaven could see. But the waiting has not been empty. Every delay was a sacred design shaping your spirit, softening your heart, and aligning everything perfectly for what's about to arrive. Because tomorrow, when you least expect it, joy will come to your doorstep, and it will not knock quietly. Before we go deeper, pause for a breath. Breathe in peace. Breathe out the weight you've been carrying. Now, if these words are already touching something inside you, let heaven know. Write, "I am ready for my miracle" in the comments right now, because every word you type becomes an echo of faith, a message that rises like light toward the divine. And while you're here, dear one, subscribe to this channel, not because of the numbers, but because every time you return, you receive another piece of heaven's reminder that you are seen and guided. If you feel led, share this message with someone you love. You never know whose heart is praying for hope at this very moment. Now listen closely. Your miracle is not coming as a coincidence. It's coming as a confirmation that what broke you did not destroy you, that what left you was never meant to stay, and that what is meant for you has been finding its way through every storm, every silence, every waiting night. Tomorrow, something ordinary will carry an extraordinary message. It might be a call, a word, a sudden peace in your chest, a familiar song on the radio that feels like it's speaking directly to you. That's the signal. That's the whisper of heaven saying, "It's time." I can feel you wondering, how can I believe again when disappointment has taught me not to hope too much? But the truth, dear soul, is that hope never left you. It has been buried, not broken, covered, not gone. You are still the same spirit that once believed anything was possible, and heaven is about to show you why you were right all along. Every time you thought you were being ignored, you were actually being positioned. Every delay carried direction. Every rejection cleared the path. What you thought was lost was the divine making space for alignment. You will understand this tomorrow when you see how quickly everything begins to make sense. You may not realize it yet, but heaven has been preparing people to cross your path at the exact moment you're ready. There's someone who will speak words that awaken something deep inside you again. A conversation that seems random, but will leave you knowing this was meant to happen. That is your first miracle sign. The next one will be peace. Not the kind that depends on things going right, but the kind that comes from knowing that even if everything falls apart, you are still held. You'll feel that peace tomorrow, perhaps when you wake, or while you're doing something ordinary. You'll notice your chest soften, your breath slow, your spirit whisper, "I'm okay." That's heaven touching your heart. Remember, these miracles don't always appear loud and dramatic. Sometimes they appear in silence, in timing, in the person who finally understands you, or the door that opens effortlessly after months of struggle. And that's exactly what's forming for you. Something that once felt impossible will soon flow easily. Before I continue, dear soul, if you feel gratitude stirring inside you, consider using the super thanks below to support this channel. Your kindness helps these messages reach more hearts who need light right now. And when you give, you become part of the blessing you extend heaven's hand forward. Thank you for being a vessel of that love. Now, let's go deeper into what's truly happening around you. Your energy has been shifting. Even when you feel stuck, your soul is evolving. There are unseen hands moving pieces into place. The message you'll receive tomorrow is not random. It's the result of all those unseen alignments. Heaven has been weaving a pattern that only now is ready to reveal itself. That is why this message found you tonight. There is something you've been asking for, something specific. You've whispered it in your heart more than once. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's healing. Maybe it's a chance to start again. Whatever it is, heaven says, it's already in motion. You may not see it, but tomorrow begins the first visible sign. You might wake up and sense that the air feels different, lighter, kinder. Or perhaps you'll notice that the thing that used to weigh heavy on your heart suddenly feels softer, less painful. That's the shift. That's the beginning of the answer taking form. And when it happens, I want you to remember this moment. You are not imagining it. You are not forcing it. You are witnessing divine timing in real life. You have waited so long that part of you stopped expecting anything new. But tomorrow, heaven will surprise that part of you. The light that's coming isn't only about one answered prayer. It's about restoring your faith in goodness itself. You will notice small things glowing with meaning, the way someone smiles at you, the message that lands exactly when you need it, the coincidence that makes you pause and whisper. That can't be random. That's how the divine begins to show its hand. Each moment will whisper, "See, you were never forgotten." You've been through chapters that felt endless, nights when you asked if anything would ever change. But change was already taking shape under the surface. Sometimes, miracles grow quietly, like seeds pushing through the dark. Tomorrow, you will see the first green shot break the ground. It may be something simple, a word of encouragement, a door that suddenly opens, a decision that finally feels clear. Whatever form it takes, recognize it as heaven's confirmation. You have turned a corner. Pause here, beloved. If your heart feels a little lighter hearing this, let it. Type, "I receive it" in the comments right now. That small act of faith is your way of saying yes to the unfolding grace that's already moving toward you. And if these words bless you, remember to subscribe so you don't miss the messages that follow. Each one is designed to keep your hope alive until the promise fully arrives. Let's speak honestly. You've carried disappointment like armor. You learned to lower expectations so you wouldn't be hurt again. But angels don't want you numb. They want you free. Tomorrow's miracle will remind you that you can feel again, dream again, love again without fear. There's a person who has been thinking of you lately. You don't need to chase them. Heaven will arrange the meeting. It will come naturally, through timing you couldn't have planned. The conversation will open a window of clarity, perhaps even reconciliation. It will show you that divine timing never wastes affection. It only refines it. When that happens, remember to thank the unseen for orchestration you didn't have to control. Gratitude keeps the door open for more. And while you walk into that newness, please consider showing gratitude in return by using the super thanks below. Your support allows these messages to continue reaching souls who sit in the same darkness you once knew. Every bit you give turns into light that travels farther than you can imagine. Tomorrow's joy will not erase your past. It will reinterpret it. You will suddenly understand why certain prayers seemed unanswered, because something better was being protected. You will look back and see divine fingerprints over every closed door. And here's a secret. Miracles love motion. They find people who keep walking even with tired feet. So tonight, prepare your spirit. Clean your space. Release any resentment you still hold. Forgiveness clears the landing space for blessings. Speak kindly to yourself before you sleep. Say, "I am ready to receive the joy meant for me." Heaven listens to words like that. When morning comes, notice how your first thought feels different. A calm will rest over you. You'll sense that the waiting season has shifted. Something new will be ready to meet you halfway. That's when you will understand that belief was never about forcing optimism. It was about staying open long enough for love to find its way back to you. And it is finding you tomorrow. Beloved heart, the world may look the same tomorrow morning, but something within you will not be the same. You will wake with a quiet strength that you did not have the night before. You will sense it before you see it, a soft shift in the air, a peace that doesn't ask for proof. That feeling is not your imagination. It is heaven's gentle signal that the season of heavy waiting is ending. You may find yourself smiling for no reason. You may notice that the thought that used to hurt suddenly feels neutral, almost healed. That is grace doing its work in silence. That is your miracle beginning to unfold. Do not dismiss the small signs. Miracles rarely arrive dressed in thunder. They arrive in alignment. A conversation that opens a door, a message that gives clarity, a sudden burst of energy to do what you've been avoiding. Each of these is part of the chain reaction already set in motion, and when you notice it, whisper thank you. That single word of gratitude keeps the channel open for more light to reach you. I want you to know something very clearly tonight. You were never late. Every prayer, every tear, every delay, every detour was woven into divine timing. You think you've lost years, but heaven is about to return them to you in peace, in joy, in opportunities that fit you perfectly. Tomorrow is the beginning of restoration. If this message is speaking to your soul, write "I receive restoration" in the comments right now. Your words are powerful. They are faith in motion. And if you wish to keep this light shining for others, subscribe and share this video with a friend who needs to remember that hope is real. Your small action might be the miracle someone else is praying for. Beloved, you have carried too much alone. You have tried to stay strong while no one noticed how tired you were. But the angels have seen. We have watched every quiet effort, every selfless act, every moment you kept loving even when love wasn't returned. And heaven has written it all down. Now the season of reward begins. Do not fear change when it arrives. Change is simply the divine rearranging what no longer fits you. When something leaves your life after this message, don't chase it. Bless it. Because what is coming after will show you why letting go was necessary. Tomorrow's joy may begin small, but it will multiply quickly. You will feel it in unexpected laughter, in the way your chest lifts, in the tiny sense that life is turning in your favor again. It won't be a distant promise anymore. It will be real, alive, breathing through your day. If you feel gratitude rising in you, consider using the super thanks below to support this channel. Every gift, no matter the size, becomes part of heaven's chain of blessings, a way to keep messages like this reaching hearts that need comfort. Your generosity ripples farther than you think. Now listen, beloved soul. There will be a moment tomorrow when you're tempted to doubt again. You might see something that looks like disappointment, but it's only the rearranging before the reveal. Do not judge the day too soon. The divine works best in the space between uncertainty and surrender. When you say, "I trust you even here," that's when the miracle steps forward. Tonight, before you sleep, speak these words softly. I let go of worry. I open my hands to receive what's meant for me. I believe my miracle is already finding me. Say it with faith, even if your faith feels small. Heaven counts it as enough.